Excellent. Assalamu alaikum everyone. बड़ी खुशी हुई आपसे आप लोग सब इकट्ठे एक जगह पर मिल रहे हैं. We have been making the rounds all over the university and this is our last stop, so we are just absolutely thrilled and sharing your enthusiasm and excitement for kicking off this wonderful journey that's ahead of you. So I want to congratulate all of you for coming as far as you have. We congratulated your parents earlier on. Of course, you wouldn't be here without them. And now we want to ask you to think about some of the transitions that will take place. And I'll speak briefly about one or two things, and I'm going to invite my colleague, Dr. Tariq Jadoon, who's the Chief Academic Officer and Provost, to address some of the support systems that are here for you across the university and highlight some of those. And I will also ask our Dean of Students from the Office of Student Affairs, Dr. Adnan Zahid. He's here with us, so we'll talk quite a bit about learning outside the classroom, the experiential component of your education, and many other activities that are here to support you. So, you know, as a parent who was in the shoes of your parents when my children came up and one day said that, you know, finally freedom is ahead of us. We are leaving you. We surprised them and we said, actually, we are leaving you. Because we were in Canada and I was planning to come to Pakistan. तो वो जरा उनको शॉक लग गया कि ये तो हमारा freedom भी उन्होंने छीन लिया है, वो खुद they are taking off. What are we going to do? And the first question was, who's going to pay the rent? And other questions followed. But you know, looking back, I think as a parent, the most important thing is really to think about where your children will be after the university experience. Like, how is the university experience preparing you for the real world? And in that regard, I think you'll be very happy that you made the right choice to come to LUMS, because my goodness, there is a new world waiting for you here, not only for the intellectual development, which is our primary focus, and which is what I think you've been hearing about so far, about your curriculum and the choices. That's undoubtedly the the primary goal for why you are here. But I think we should not forget and underscore how important it is that your intellectual development also is accompanied by human development as a person. तो उसमें आपको किस तरह की opportunities मिलेंगी LUMS में कि वो भी आप उसका ख्याल रखें. So I give you a few reflections on that. It might sound like a cliche, but you know, the number one thing you should focus on, in my mind, beyond your academics, is your health. Put your health first. यानी उसके मायने क्या है? ये नहीं कि I have to reduce some weight or I have to fit into a particular dress or shirt or what have you. But really, am I going to give my body a break from the stress that comes from having a LUMS experience? And you will be stressed, there's no doubt about it. Not just because you're first year students, that stress won't go away for second year, third year, fourth year. It is there deliberately to prepare you for the challenges the world will throw you when you step outside these doors. And you know, we're in the same boat. All of the staff, particularly faculty members, also face a great amount of stress. And there's no substitute of having a good night's sleep. I mean, ये भी आपको तो सब बोलते आए हैं कि रात को एक अच्छी सुकून से नींद मिले तो फिर दिमाग चलता है अगले दिन. But you know, यहाँ पर there is a culture of burning the midnight oil and hanging out in the khoka at 3 o'clock in the morning. And that's all right. You will have those days and nights as well, but please take care of your sleep. It's primary. Neuroscience is telling us how critical that is for our cognitive development. And obviously, it's important for you to have a fresh start every single day, tackling whatever comes before you. इसमें स्पोर्ट्स के बारे में अरमान जरूर बोलेंगे आपसे, तो आप उसकी एडवांटेज लें और भी बहुत सारी सोसाइटीज हैं, स्टूडेंट गवर्नेंस है। दूसरी बात मैं आपसे ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि आपकी तरबियत जो है, आपका जो डेवलपमेंट है with your fellow students who are coming from all over Pakistan. You know, look around you. There are people here from every single nook and corner of this country. 140, in fact, sube, districts, villages, cities, you know, towns. This is a little Pakistan you landed in. Take advantage of the diversity here. Listen to your friends. Listen to their perspectives. As you will listen to faculty perspectives, not only from science and engineering, which has a fairly rigid program in terms of giving you lots of electives, but push the boundaries and go across the lawns and talk to people in education and business school, talk to people in the humanities and social sciences, talk to people who are thinking about making law their primary focus and so on. And you'll see these people have very different view of the world. तो आपको ये सुनना है, देखना है, और आपकी जो habits, pay attention to your habits. I think LUMS will remind you again and again that some of those habits will have to evolve, just like our habits have to. Not only by necessity of, you know, being punctual, being respectful, working with others, those are givens. But what about the challenge we are facing today? How did you confront the challenge of the pandemic in 2020 on March, when I'm sure your life was completely disrupted? You obviously changed, and you obviously took some of those challenges and made them into opportunities and found that resolve within you that you can deal with this. And today, my fellow students, I have to tell you that I think we are facing even a bigger challenge than COVID-19. And that's the challenge of this country right now, that is in a catastrophic phase because of the floods, because of the millions of people who do not have shelter, who are not as privileged as us, who do not, cannot even think about their next meal. There are over 30 million people who are without homes. And the country is, you know, underwater, at least a quarter of it. So we cannot be spectators and see ये क्या तमाशा unfold हो रहा है, अखबार पढ़ लें या न्यूज़ देख लें. मुझे पता है आप लोग आगे front lines में you will you know, do your part, but I think we have to do more than what we do individually. We have to think about what we can do collectively as a school, as a program, but also as a university. So the one thing that has guided us, as it did in COVID, as it will from now on, is a response of a big family called LUMS that you're joining now. What piece, what role, what is our own contribution to try and make other people's lives better than they are, so we don't just think about ourselves. Because as far as you guys are concerned, you know, you're already on a trajectory where 95% of you are going to get jobs within 3 months after you graduate. That's the history of our alumni here. इस तरह सोचे कि मैं क्या बनूंगा, आप ये सोचे मैं क्या हूं आज. Not about what you will become, but what you are right now. Think about your own. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, you know, where am I on the integrity scale? Where am I on the empathy scale? Where am I on the compassion scale? Those are the things that will matter. Those are the things that will take you forward and make you a stronger human being. So those are just a few thoughts. There's a lot more to talk about. I welcome you all to drop by. I'm either on a very silent motorcycle that you would not hear, and I'll creep up to you and say hello. Otherwise, come to my office, write me an email. I really look forward to meeting all of you, as many of you as possible, as are my colleagues. And so, Tariq sir, floor is yours. Thank you very much.
I'd like to welcome you all to LUMS and congratulate you on the beginning of embarking on this journey. I'm Dr. Tariq Jidoon. I'm the Provost. The Provost is the Chief Academic Officer at LUMS, and all the schools, all the different centers, admissions office, financial aid, similarly the registrar office, as well as a host of other centers, all report to me. And primarily the goal is to support your journey along here. I'm from the School of Science and Engineering, so I've been in the computer science department, and now I'm in the electrical engineering department formally. I don't teach there, but sometimes I do get a chance to sort of get back to teaching. So I'm really proud that you've sort of joined SSE. SSE is a wonderful program, and basically we're all here to support you. And the first line of support for you are your instructors, your teaching assistants and your instructors. So if you have any issues going on, कोई मसला है, कोई चीज नहीं समझ आ रही है, कोई चीज पूछना चाहते हैं पढ़ाई में या पढ़ाई के अलावा, in both these cases, please reach out to your instructors. They are your first support. In SSE, we schedule 2 meetings with your faculty advisors in the first semester, 2 in the subsequent semester. वो बाद में आता है, उससे पहले आप रोजाना every day 2-3 classes आपकी होती हैं. So reach out to your instructors. They have office hours. In office hours, वो बैठे रहते हैं and they look forward to some student popping up. You can ask colleagues. Hardly any student pops up before the midterm. During midterms के ऐलान होता है, then students start creeping up, popping up, लाइनें बनना शुरू हो जाती हैं. But that's 7 weeks into the semester. That's too late. So get to talk to instructors, share your ideas with them. कोई मसला हो रहा, please get in touch with them. Beyond instructors, of course, you have a very capable dean's office. यहाँ पे you've got student advising के लिए there's an entire staff there under the leadership of Noman Beg. So please get in touch with them for any kind of advice that you might seek. इसी तरह से you have, Arshasa talked about health. We have an entire medical center on campus where doctors are available 24/7. So if you have any health issues, please go and see the doctors. They'll give you medicines which you can get on campus, or they could refer you to hospitals close by if they're of a more severe nature. We have a health and safety office which comes up with periodic messaging around COVID, around dengue, around all kinds of other infectious diseases. They're all there to support you. They have been advising कि जी indoors आप mask जरूर पहने. आज पहला दिन है. We let you off. मैंने भी नहीं पहना हुआ इसलिए. But I think that's very important that we keep masking at least indoors for our classes, because we're not still, COVID is not over. We still get about 5 to 7 cases per week of COVID. And if someone has COVID, you know it's a very infectious disease. इसी तरह से you have other offices, the Office of Inclusion and Accessibility, which basically takes care of any long-term disability or that you might have. If you get, let's say, a fracture or something, या फिर कोई और इस तरह का issue है, they're there to provide you any kind of sort of liaison with your instructors and provide you any kinds of support and help during that duration, or if it's for a longer duration, so they help you in all of that. Adnan will talk about psychological services. We have a very capable team of counselors on campus, and they have different timings, and they are there to listen to you and help you out in any kinds of issues that you might be having in your lives. So we're all here to help you and support you through your journey at LUMS, and we hope you're able to sort of achieve your dreams in the best possible way. Over to Adnan.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Dr. Adnan Zahid. Tariq साहब ने सिर्फ इस प्रोग्राम के बारे में कहा, SSE is a wonderful program. और कहीं भी किया ये SSE bias. तो SSE के बच्चे बहुत अच्छे, मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ. लेकिन मसला ये है कि आप अपने स्कूल के अलावा कहीं देखते नहीं. Part of it is कि आपका curriculum थोड़ा, I guess, कम room देता है. part of it is कि आप पढ़ाकू बहुत ज़्यादा मेरा मशवरा ये होगा कि whenever you get a chance take courses from the other school whatever space you have in your curriculum use it to take courses from outside your school it's very important आपका सबका वो जो हीरो है स्टीव जॉब्स उसकी आपने स्टैनफोर्ड वाली स्पीच सुनी तो डॉट्स इवेंचुअली कनेक्ट वो कैलीग्राफी की बात कर रहा था कि उसने एक क्लास ली और बाद में वो जो फॉन्ट्स का सारा सो वो करो इफ यू डोंट हैव इनफ स्पेस ऑडिट कोर्सेज व्हेन आई वाज अ स्टूडेंट लाइक यू मैं यहाँ एमबीए कर रहा था MBA is very tough as well, but I'd go and sit in undergraduate courses. You can email a professor if you like a course, and you can ask them if you can go and sit in a few classes. Because learning is not just about grades and the courses you get credit for. So, थोड़ा ज़्यादा experiment करो. दूसरा ये we have excellent sporting facilities. Make sure you participate in sports. A beginners camp will start very soon. A lot of you. Everyone pick one new sport and learn it. It's going to be really fun. और बहुत सारी activities हो रही हैं. We have 50+ student societies. Wherever you have interest, join a society that will align with your interest. And अभी हमारा experiential learning में सकरदू में एक amazing 1 month का program हुआ है जिसमें engineering school और business school की faculty गई हुई थी 5 courses थे आधे student हमारे थे आधे यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ बल्तिस्तान के थे और सकरदू में 1 महीना गुजारा काफी डिफिकल्ट है वहां रहना बट प्रैक्टिकल लर्निंग बहुत ज्यादा है स्पेशली फॉर द साइंसेज बायोलॉजी के प्रोफेसर तो हर जगह से जाके बस प्लांट्स के सैंपल इकट्ठे कर रहे थे और इसी तरह का एक्सपीरियंस था एक स्टूडेंट ने मुझे कहा इस एक्सपीरियंस ने मेरे अंदर का बर्गर मार दिया बड़ा जरूरी है अंदर के बर्गर को मारना तो हम आसानी से मार देंगे 1 महीना दें हमें तो ये सारा कुछ करें पढ़े भी जीपीए भी अच्छा नहीं लेकिन साथ साथ बाकी चीजों से एडवांटेज उठाएं थिंग्स दैट लम्स ऑफर यू मैं ये नहीं कहूंगा कि आप बैलेंस बहुत जरूरी है यू कैन नॉट जस्ट बी पार्ट ऑफ 20 सोसाइटीज एंड be doing all of the other stuff and your GPA is really plummeting so you have to balance those two things finally इसका एक visual representation है ये freedom है ये responsibility तो आपको भी freedom और responsibility का balance रखना ठीक है have fun if you have a couple of questions we're happy to address them before we leave yes you will have sessions about joining society in the next couple of days. इजाजत लेती हूँ ठीक है लंच टाइम हो गया लगता है
Any questions? He was supposed to.
Auntie, I was